Clap.
You had to
One,
fly, I assume.
2, 3.
Yeah, I'm assuming you had to fly in, yes? All the way from Dallas? Where are you actually out of?
I'm out of Arlington, Texas, but in Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
I think so.
Combo.
You know. Oh, well, hey, welcome to part of the SPECmix Pro Series. We're hanging out in North Carolina with Ashton Fairchild. I'm still not used to saying that. Ashton White is how I know you, that masonry girl. This is one of the regional stops, and I think one of the, Will, I think you can agree with me, one of the bigger stops where we're going to see a lot of quality people laying brick to get a stall in Vegas.
You don't typically see it in other regions where the talent of the bricklayers actually competing in the Bricklayer 500 is so high, as well as the drive for workforce development. This is really, I don't know, what would you say, the Super Bowl, of the regional series for sure.
I agree, and Ashton, that's a big part of what you do, workforce development in Texas with the Texas Masonry Council, and you're doing a bang-up job. When we talk to people and everything, they love what you do. Explain how you got into that and how things are going right now in Texas.
So, just a little background on me, how I got into the masonry industry. I took a class in high school and went to West Rand High School in North Carolina. Went through 2 years of that and then was competing and everything. And then I went on to college and got my bachelor's in construction management. But I also competed my first 2 years going to community college and won nationals 2 times in a row for post-secondary, and the first woman to do so. And then after that, I decided I really like workforce development, going to the schools and talking to students about masonry and getting the next generation involved. And so there was an opportunity for me to come to Texas and do that. And so I did, just randomly moved out there, and I've been there for 2.5 years now.
Is that kind of cool? First woman to do that? Does that like make the smile a little bit bigger?
Yeah, I think so, because what originally got me into it was the fact that there weren't very many women in the contest. I was watching the contest my sophomore year, and I thought it was like, oh, this is really neat, but what if a woman won this? It would be really cool if we showed that girls can do it too. And so I feel like it's kind of tooting my own horn, but I don't really do that a lot, so.
Okay, you did a great job of bringing us up to where you are right now very quickly. Bring it back just a little bit, though, if you can. You said you watched the competition at Skills, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay, what were you doing at the time? Were you looking into the trades at all? Or, what made you interested in this in the first place?
So really, it was just because my friend was going to the contest, and they have masonry poster board and bulletin board and stuff like that. It's just a little fancy way to get students involved without actually doing it, like the contest and stuff. And so I just went with her and did a little masonry poster board and got to see the whole contest. And yeah, it was just I just had somebody that was in that.
But you're doing construction management and you're trying to lay brick at the same time. That's a big schedule.
Yeah.
You must have been pretty busy.
Yeah, a little bit, So, but I was doing my 2 years of community college, so I kind of had it dialed back. It wasn't like I was going to university and doing contests and stuff like that. So I kind of focused on one or the other.
Yeah. Explain what's a day like in Texas for you? You're working with these kids and you're helping. I see all the posts on that masonry girl on Instagram, and you're always working with a group of kids. Is that what your day is, from punch in to punch out?
So my day looks very different all the time. It just depends. I could be going to schools doing a Skills USA training for 1 student. It could be for 5 students. I could do something as large as having 1 teacher that I go into his classroom and set up for the whole day and teach all of his classes,
right?
His or her classes, masonry, bricklaying, the basics. Or I could be putting on very large contests like this. Today I could do stuff like this, and have multiple schools come to contests or events. It's everything.
Yeah, dig in a little bit. So are you actually the one reaching out to these schools to see if you can get involved, or do you have a team of people there at the Masonry Council that have connections into the schools, or how does that begin?
Ashton will have her people call your people to get the
exactly.
event together. Yeah, how do you do it?
So I do all the coordinating. I do all the reaching out to the schools and CT directors getting new schools involved, and I do it all.
Okay, pushback. Are you getting any pushback from these schools? I got to imagine it's not all sunshine and rainbows, right?
Right. I mean, I do get pushback whenever I want to actually get a program started at a school a lot of the time, because they're like, oh, well, we don't have enough money for that, or we don't have a teacher, we don't have this, we don't have that, we don't have the space. And I just, kind of like give them what we do. Like, we provide all the materials for you. We can sometimes provide tools and stuff and training. So like really all you're having to do is really pay for that teacher,
I'm going to ask the elephant in the room right now. Do you think maybe you get a little bit of pushback because you're a girl, because you're a woman?
I don't think so. I just think that, even if somebody else came in that was a man, even like the contractors that back me up, I mean, they get pushback too.
Right.
So it's, I literally, there's nothing holding me back being a woman in the industry. Like, I have so much support, so much, there's so many people that support me.
They do. And I want to say, and everybody needs to know this, you have so much, you are so well respected across the board from everybody. Not just because you were the first woman, but it's because you put your heart and soul into this, and you are always teaching and working. You see the passion in the way you do things. We know the way that you talk to these kids and how they do it. So, I mean, it couldn't get any higher. Honestly, the integrity and professionalism that you bring to it. So, I mean, I'd be an idiot if I didn't have you in my school, teaching.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that.
I mean, this is all truth. I mean, I'll blow smoke up him, but, but no, it's all well deserved. We know that, you've been working really hard.
Thank you so much.
Are you getting the support from the masonry industry? I mean, it sounds like obviously the handicaps that they're having in the schools between budgeting or space or materials or whatever it is. Are the local suppliers helping you out, getting you the brick and block? Or are you working with the Marshalltown on tools for schools or Stabila on the level programs? I mean, there's a lot of support around the industry. Is that something you're coordinating with them as well? Yes,
I coordinate all of the materials and everything like that. So I get a lot of great support from suppliers. Now, do I wish my masonry contractors would step up a little bit? Absolutely. Okay.
They're talking to you. You want to name some names? Now's the time.
No.
I know a guy. Maybe we can make a deal, huh?
Yeah, I mean, no, a lot of them are great, but I feel like I'm just running into the same people that will help me out all the time, and I just need more involvement from people, because I'm going into these schools and they need contractors to be going into these schools and helping out and getting those connections, because at the end of the day, I'm not the one who hires these students. Like, it's the contractors. They need to be making the connections with the schools, because I can vouch for the students all that I want to, but unless that contractor has made a connection with that school and that student, they have no idea. Like, they can go off of what I say and whatnot and trust what I say, but at the end of the day, they're like, nah, I don't even know him.
But you're doing these events. Are you inviting these people just to let them know? Say, hey, you should see what's going on back here with the skill of these kids. We're teaching them. I want to invite you. Please, you're welcome. We'll buy you donuts and coffee. Come see a couple hours to see what they're capable of. Yeah,
so I have regular contact with the contractors, either by email, calls, text, anything. I am contacting them all the time, and they always know the events that I have going on, just because I have regular emails that go out, my marketing, social media, and everything like that. So these contractors and these suppliers know what's going on, and if they don't, it's because they're not reading my emails and they're not answering their phone, or they're just not involved, So they have everything there, and they have the resources. Like, our webpage has all of our events on it.
Yeah.
I think you beat me to it, but I wonder, how long have you been doing this in Texas specifically?
2.5 years.
And some of those kids won't end up going to the masonry even if they go through the masonry class. But I wonder if that's what it takes. Maybe year 3 and 4, as these kids are coming out, once they start becoming employed by these mason contractors, if that's going to be the bell that dings.
That's a good point.
Wow, now that we've got these kids in, this is a great program. It's a pipeline for us at that point.
And the thing is we need more programs. We only have 4 in all of Texas. Whenever we started, I think we had 5 or 6 whenever I started there. Okay. And so I've lost 2 programs, but not from me. It was just, teachers move around, and then we couldn't find somebody to fill the position and stuff like that, which, that's kind of annoying, but, that's besides the point.
Now, we're here in North Carolina. You live in Texas, but, I'm gonna turn the dial back a little bit. I met you when you were single. You're married now, living in Texas, but you want to come back to North Carolina. And so this is, obviously we talked about it. This is like the Super Bowl of regionals. A lot of quality bricklayers are in here. Do you think you might have more of an impact if you can move back to North Carolina? You think you'll be more well received? Or is it like, okay, I got to start from the bottom. I got to do the grind. I got to put in the time, and it'll eventually pay off. What's your sense?
Right. So North Carolina is, like the shining light on the hill. Like they're way ahead of all the other people.
Randolph Scott. Okay. Sorry.
So, like, I don't feel like if I were to come back here that I would be starting at square one, obviously. Like, whenever I went to Texas, it was basically like I was starting at square one, other than they had programs.
Right.
But I was new to the workforce development program and everything like that, and just having to teach the basics and everything. But here it's like higher level, and, keeping involved with the schools, keeping up with the times, and getting more contractors, more architects, more GCs, all of that, all of those people involved to promote masonry to not just the next generation, but others that are in the industry that may or may not know about the benefits of masonry.
I mean, you just didn't show up here just to take pictures. We showed up, we pulled up, and you're laying block back there. You're setting the starter courses for the junior block layer competition, so you're getting your hands dirty already.
Yeah, so on Sunday we came in and we set up all these block courses that you see over here, and yeah, that was fun. I love setting up and like helping out and everything like that. So I don't mind getting my hands dirty because that's what I do.
Can you see the smile on her face when she talks about it?
Oh, Tom, one of my favorite things out in Vegas is the competitive spirit. So it doesn't take much pushing for us to push her into a competition with somebody out there. And I love that attitude.
Yes, I remember that. Let's throw her up against the guys from the UK and see how she does. And you were right there neck and neck with our friends from across the pond.
Yes, they were so nice. I love them.
Now they're coming back again this year.
I know, excited.
So what's the future? What does the future hold for Ashton Fairchild? I got to use you saying your new name now since you're married.
I feel like the future is very bright, and not just for me, but for the industry. I want to be somebody that's. I hate the word like influencing or influencer or anything like that. So like just like promoting.
A promoter?
Yeah, promoting the masonry industry and promoting it to not just the next generation, but anybody who's willing to learn or wanting to know.
Right.
Yeah, when we were up in Pittsburgh, we talked to some guys with the Local 9, and one of the comments they made was something to the effect of, we need to meet these kids where they are, the next generation where they are. And that's what social media is doing, right? Can dig us in a little bit into that. Like, day to day, are you just, whatever you're doing, you're taking pictures of? You planning these things out ahead of time, or what kind of content are you looking to put out?
So sometimes I plan things out ahead of time, just depending on the event or whatever. Like, obviously tomorrow I'll be taking videos and photos, and I like to do reels. They do really well, so I do a lot of reels.
Some of them are very funny too, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. But most of the time it's just like, I got all these videos, let's put them together. Like, I don't have a set plan of like what I'm gonna use or even the sound or anything like that. I just kind of wing it sometimes.
It makes it more authentic, I would imagine, if nothing else. I mean, whatever you're feeling at the moment.
Yeah, and most of the time, like, my content is just, I did a training at this school, I'll post some photos, I'll do some videos, stuff like that. It's not scheduled either. Like, I just post whenever I feel like posting. And maybe I'm not using it to my full potential, but also social media isn't my full-time job.
Right.
I can't quit my job because my social media is based on my job.
Yeah.
Well,
I've seen some comments on there. I'm assuming you're reading through the comments as you go. We see some from some of the older generation in the industry that are commenting. How is it with the next generation? I mean, are you seeing a lot of young people asking questions or any kind of engagement that you say, wow, this is making a difference?
Yes, there's definitely a lot of younger people getting involved in everything. I know a lot of what the comments are, like people like talking down on it, but there's a lot of like really great comments as well. And so I think we just need to kind of inform the people that are saying negative things in a nice way. Just like, these are students that are learning and everything, because they always think whenever I post videos that these are like journeyman masons, and I'm like, most of the time, no. Like, they're just students in high school that maybe just learned, or they're in their first couple of years and everything, so they have room to grow.
Oh, that encouragement could be a lifetime career for them.
It doesn't take much, to get that little push and everything. Do you see a growth in more women wanting to be a part of the trade?
Yes, very slowly.
Yeah.
But I feel like in North Carolina, just because I kind of set an example for a lot of them, there's more getting involved. And even there's some getting involved in Texas, just not at a higher level. I feel like they're taking the classes and doing the initial, but they're not like following through with it as much. But I feel like there's this girl that was here, Emmeline Sides. She did post-secondary, and so I think she has a good opportunity to, go to nationals and win nationals next year and everything like that. And you don't see that very often, but I wish more women would get involved and more ladies would go into...
Maybe if she had a good teacher?
Yeah.
See, there you go. You're a champion, you can teach a champion, So, that's a good possibility. You never know. So, it is great to have you out here doing this and helping out, and you've been out here like several years in a row now.
Yeah, I always love coming back here. I always like to come to the contest just because I know everybody, and, this is like a family to me, because even though it's like a work family and whatnot, like a lot of these people know me from going through the high school program and competing and everything like that, and they've like seen me grow throughout the years for like the past 10 years, so like they're like my family now, so it's just nice to come back and see them and get involved in everything.
And nothing against Texas at all. I love Texas, but boy, do I love the weather in North Carolina, especially when it gets to be fall.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
It is.
So you're going to see a little bit different climate change when you go there.
Yes.
All right. Well,
I'm happy to have you. Thank you so much for taking the time.
It is so good to have you. So,
Thank you so much
anything else besides that masonry girl? We plugged it several times. I know. So. Oh, good. You're wearing a Huntley Brothers shirt, I see there. And of course, the Huntley Brothers, they're out here all the time. And now we're actually going to be talking to a Huntley brother. I'm not going to tell you which one. It's a secret.
Oh, no.
Yep, it is a secret. But I know you probably know some of the Masons that are going to be out here, going for that elusive stall in Vegas.
Right.
You have any favorites? Most of the people probably out here. There's like 25 McGee's that are going to be out here.
I really have to support my, workforce development initiatives and go with Mason Ridenauer.
Okay.
He went through the program at East Rand High School, and now, he works for his dad and everything like that. And this is his first or second time competing.
Well, we've called his name more than once over the years.
Right. So I have to promote him,
Okay.
Yeah, that young man has cleaned clocks out in Vegas during the junior bricklayer and a lot of these competitions. Last year he came in second place during the junior bricklayer. I wonder if it's going to light a little fire under his belly for the big show.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Yeah, he's a good kid.
It's going to take a big number because we always have. There's going to be a 7 in front of that number for anybody who's going to Vegas. So you better be on your best behavior, and your brick better be straight, because it's going to take a good 7 to get out there and get in that stall. Are we going to see you out in Vegas this year?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I'm sure I will be.
I hope so. Maybe you can help us out. But thanks for stopping by. Congratulations on getting married.
Oh, thank you.
That is awesome. And I know you're trying to make your way back to North Carolina. So maybe next year we can go, so what? You only live 5 minutes from here now?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Well, I know your mom only lives 10, 15 minutes from here. You're hanging with mom?
Yes, I am.
How's mom doing?
She's doing fantastic.
Yeah. Can we tell the story real quick?
Sure.
This is a great story. We were talking about this in the way here. So we're in Vegas, and we're at Gillies, and it's a little after party there. And I know you and your mom sitting there, and a guy comes up to you, and I don't know, I guess he was about your mom's age. I'm not sure. And he wanted to ask Ashton to dance, and so I pretended to be her dad. I'm like, well, anyway, I started a little diatribe there, and Junior kind of slowly backed away, but it was kind of, your mom, I think, had the best time with that. Yeah. You played along well. You didn't say much, but your mom, she wanted to just bust a gut right there, and it was funny.
Not real often you have to give your resume to dance with someone's daughter, so that's pretty impressive. Mama Bear right over here.
Hey, I was protecting her, Come on. It was kind of funny, though. It was a really good time. But love your mom. Please tell her I said hi.
I will.
That's awesome. All right, the SPECmix Pro Series continues. Ashton Fairchild. I'm going to get used to saying that. And you know what's on the line right here? I'll hold up the fake check. There we go. You get cash, but a stall in Vegas. That's worth a lot of money too.
Yes, sir.
And it's up to $150,000 in cash and prizes. Well, you don't get all of it, but you get a piece of it.
Right.
So, yeah. All right.